NBC 25 News at 6 starts right now.
We begin tonight with breaking news. Buildings across the nation are being evacuated because of what police say is a spam email.
Yeah, but in that email, it claims there's a bomb and then it makes a demand for a cash payment.
And this map right here shows where those threatening emails have been sent so far.
Yeah, we have seen more than a dozen across Michigan alone, including some very close to home. Ron Hilliard is in Grand Blanc, where a school was actually put into secure mode just a few hours ago. Ron?
Those emails are creating a lot of havoc. And
thank you, Ron. In addition to the threats received today in Genesee County, Ingham County also responded to numerous threats.
Now, Mackenzie Frost is live in Lansing with more on what's happening there. Mackenzie?
Stephanie and Dave, the threat here at the Veterans Memorial.
And just into the NBC 25 newsroom, a Mount Morris Township firefighter was charged today with 2 counts of criminal sexual assault. The 33-year-old Flint man is accused of sexually assaulting a 12-year-old girl. The Genesee County prosecutor says he is expected to go before a judge tomorrow.
A horrifying situation for a Saginaw County woman. A registered sex offender is accused of abducting and then assaulting her. She told police he was hiding in the back seat of her car. The suspect now behind bars. NBC 25's Sarah Yeager is live in St. Charles at the gas station where this all started. Sarah, did the suspect have a weapon?
He did have a weapon, but police are not saying what type at this point. There's still a lot of evidence to be processed because of the size of the crime scene. After leaving the gas station here, the suspect instructed the victim to drive to a remote location, and that's where the alleged assault took place. Police say after the assault, the suspect again forced the 26-year-old victim to drive to yet another location. That's when the victim decided to jump from the car, which was traveling around 40 miles an hour. The sheriff says the suspect then tried to run over the victim with the car before she was able to flee to a nearby farmhouse for help.
I don't know that there's anything that this woman could have done differently. I really don't. She was on her way to work. It's early in the morning. We've all been there. We do it every day. We get up, we go in, some earlier than others. If you have to make a stop, whether it be for coffee or your breakfast, whatever it is, for a pack of gum, you're not expecting someone to have slipped into your car and take you.
According to the sheriff, the suspect is a 44-year-old man from Saginaw County. It doesn't appear he knew the victim. He is expected to be arraigned in court tomorrow. Live in St. Charles, Sarah Yeager, NBC 25 News.
Midland County Sheriff Scott Stevenson won't be serving any jail time after pleading guilty to impaired driving in Kalkaska County. He was sentenced to 1-year probation and will have to pay $600 in court costs. It was back on November 16th when Stevenson was arrested for drunk driving while on a hunting trip. Stevenson claims he pulled over and attempted to call someone at his deer camp after feeling the effects of the alcohol. It was another driver who spotted him and then called the Kalkaska County Sheriff. We talked to Stevenson following his court appearance where he took responsibility for what he did.
I want to stress that I would never have imagined myself in this position, but I did get myself in the position, and I have only myself to blame. I can only hope that through time I can earn back the people's trust that care about me, and at some point maybe I can do something positive with the experience I've gone through so other people don't make the same poor choice that I made.
The judge did not say anything about driving restrictions.
Right now, pretty calm out there as we look live into downtown Bay City from our Skynet camera. But Chief Meteorologist Jamie Cagle says that could all change as we head into the evening. Hey, Jamie.
Well, yes, definitely looking for the changes, especially after the midnight hour.
Thanks, Jamie. Well, a second case of a mysterious paralyzing illness has been confirmed now in Michigan. According to the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, a case of acute flaccid myelitis was confirmed in a child in Oakland County. There are still 9 suspected cases right now being investigated statewide. Officials say this year's outbreak could surpass similar outbreaks we saw in 2014 and 2016. The illness actually causes children to lose the ability to move their face, neck, and their extremities. Well, a mid-Michigan mom, she's on a mission to make sure every baby in Covenant Healthcare's neonatal intensive care unit has clothing that fits. Christy Bauman's son was born at 7.5 weeks early, weighing just 4 pounds. When they went to put clothes on him, the smallest size they had was 3 months. So she started a PJs for Preemies drive to make sure it wouldn't happen to another family.
It was kind of scary with your baby being in the NICU. You don't know what's going on. And then they put an outfit on him that he's drowning in, and they had no other clothes. So I thought from there on that they needed help getting some donations in.
Now that drive runs through January 31st, and you can drop off PJs at any Garber Automotive location. We have more information on our website, NBC25news.com.
The Hamilton Community Health Network in Flint is putting expectant mothers first this holiday season. The health clinic had its Mommy Talk session today, where they give soon-to-be mothers coats, toys, baby clothes, and a warm meal. All gifts were brought from Molina Healthcare, HAP, and Hamilton employees.
We found that there was a need to educate the women of the importance of early prenatal care, not smoking and doing illicit drugs, just a host of things that have an impact on birth outcomes.
Mommy Talk sessions will take place every second Thursday up until June 13th. Have you got your flu shot?
One Mid-Michigan community has actually seen a pretty big increase in people getting vaccinations.
What may be sparking this increase? We have that coming up next. The Federal Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports a steady number of people getting vaccinated in the U.S.
But as NBC 25's Elise Dolinar reports tonight, a local community has seen a pretty big increase in vaccination numbers.
Even though there's been controversy.
If you would like to take a look at the statistics closer to your community, you can visit them, our website, NBC25news.com, or go ahead and download our NBC 25 News app. Stay connected while you are on the go.
Well, as everyone gets ready to head out to their holiday parties this weekend, police are kicking off their Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign.
In Saginaw County, the Sheriff's Department wants to remind people to either stay sober yourself or have a designated driver if you do plan on drinking.
To not only think about yourself, but think about others out there. We want, like I said, everyone to make it home and be with their families and enjoy their families and loved ones during the holidays.
Christmas week is expected to be a busy time on Michigan roads and at the airports.
Yeah, AAA actually says nearly 3.6 million people in Michigan are expected to travel over the holiday season, and that is up 4% over last year. The Auto Club says most people will drive, with the rest going by air, train, or bus, so they can get to their destinations. And drivers will actually save a little bit more money when they're filling up. Gas prices are 30 cents cheaper than they were this time last year. That, of course, brings us to our question of the day tonight. Are you planning on traveling this holiday season? Let us know by heading over to our website, NBC25news.com.
Now, your certified NBC 25 Storm Ready forecast.
Good evening. This right now. We'll enjoy temperatures near the 40-degree mark. We should see a good mix of sun and clouds. And the next round of showers not really showing up until Thursday. Only some light rain showers in the forecast there.
It's ice I don't like. Snow? Okay, ice.
Oh, you can plow snow. Ice you're stuck with, so you just have to be careful. Very careful tomorrow.
Definitely, for sure. Thank you, Jamie.
It's a new trend. We are seeing more and more.
It's pretty cool. Heated igloos. They're popping up all over the place, including right here in mid-Michigan. Take a look. This new trend is for people who want to chill outside, no pun intended, but they don't want to be too cold in the winter.
I see what you did there. The Fenton Fire Hall has 3 igloos on their rooftop for cocktails and will soon be adding 3 more for dining. The general manager said it's all about the experience.
It's really fun. I think fun is the key word. So you pop your head out, and you check on the people, and every time you see people in here, it's clear they're having a good time. So it's a really light atmosphere. You just can't help but just feel like you're having a nice time when you're outside.
It is amazing how warm they can be inside. Actually, we've seen some at Table and Tap in downtown Flint, too. The Fenton Fire Hall says they are on a first-come, first-served basis.
It is time now to look at our Chime-In Gallery. We want you to get involved and send your pictures from the igloos or wherever you may be.
And how cool is this one? Talk about some awesome holiday lights. This picture from Diana Clark, and it features the trees and a lighthouse all lit up for the holiday season. Just beautiful.
Really cool. You can add your photos or videos, and you may even see them right here on TV. Chime in while you are out and about.
The Pinconning Police Department is welcoming a new kind of officer to their force, and pretty cute one too. Check this out, K9 Officer Blaze. Very photogenic, this little pooch here, and made his debut last night at Pinconning City Hall, and he even got to meet Santa. What a lucky little dog there.
Looks like a teddy bear.
I know, very, very cute.
Cute. The sweet sounds of Christmas filled the air today in Genesee County.
Ahead, where these pint-sized carolers are out and about in Flint this afternoon, we'll tell you.
All new tonight, a fire damages a Burton business. The blaze damaged the Great Lakes Tree Experts building near the intersection of Dordt Highway and Bristol Road. Fire crews say no one was hurt. It's not clear yet what started the fire. Stay with NBC 25 on air and online for updates on this story.
Cleanup continues tonight after that first official snowstorm of the season. While many roads and sidewalks are now clear, the falling temperatures are bringing a new concern: black ice.
Now here's a live look right here in Bay City through our NBC 25 Skynet camera.
Chief Meteorologist Jamie Cagle, he is here now with a first check of our forecast. Jamie, are we done with the snow at least for now?
Yes, we are definitely done with this. I'll let you know just how cold it's going to feel in your Storm Ready weather forecast.
Thanks, Jamie. And for the latest weather updates, be sure to visit our website, NBC25news.com, or download our NBC 25 News app for the latest weather updates right at your fingertips. Stay connected while you're on the go.
Snow removal during winter, it's a hassle we all have to deal with. Many times we either pay someone or do it ourselves. NBC 25's Veronica Meadows is in Midland with how one man makes these tough and often cold times a little warmer.
The perfectly plowed sidewalk takes work, especially when snow comes down by the inches. But luckily, Jeremy Hansen has a lot of patience and heart to make sure his clients can always leave their driveway. Godsend. For NBC 25 News, I'm Veronica Meadows.
While some of us enjoy that snowy weather and the cold temperatures, other people really dread this time of year. The change in weather can cause more serious problems than just struggling to drive to work or get out of your driveway. The drop in temperatures and lack of sun can actually cause seasonal affective disorder, which is depression caused by the change in seasons.
To clarify that this is not forever, that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that people can learn to get through this.
Less sunlight means less serotonin and vitamin D, which both contribute to one's well-being and happiness. And this doesn't just come with a mood change. There are some other symptoms like weight gain, loss of energy, feeling sluggish, and losing interest in things you once enjoyed. If you think you may have seasonal depression, you may want to contact a professional.
A big move today by General Motors that will affect thousands of workers in the United States and Canada. GM announcing major changes to its overall strategy that will include shutting down 5 of its plants and laying off about 15,000 workers. NBC 25's Bill Harris with the story.
General Motors is taking major steps to restructure. Bill Harris, NBC 25 News.
In addition, the company will no longer produce 6 car models, including 2 Cadillacs, the Buick LaCrosse, and 3 Chevys, the Impala, the Cruze, and the Volt.
These closures will have a big impact in Michigan, where 2 of those plants are located. The Hamtramck Assembly Plant and the Warren Transmission Operations Plant, both stopping production in 2019. That's about 2,000 factory workers who will be out of a job, although some of them could be transferred. GM says this is part of its plan to move away from sedans and focus more on trucks and SUVs. But there's a car salesman at a small used car dealership in Flint who says he can't understand it.
Everything that Chevy and General Motor made, they sell very well. That's why it's kind of shocking that they saying they're going to get rid of it.
There will be some customers that are upset, but it is exactly what the company has to do to ensure the longevity of the company and the stability of the stock.
For now, it's unclear how the changes will impact Flint. The engine for the Volt is made on Van Slyke Road at the Flint Engine Plant. The GM Flint Assembly, though, makes trucks. Back in July, General Motors said tariffs on steel and aluminum in President Trump's trade war would cost the company about $1 billion in profit per year. Analysts say that certainly could be one factor in GM's decision, but not the main reason. It's more about the company looking to the future by investing more money in self-driving and electric vehicles. If you want to see how Michigan lawmakers are reacting and Governor-elect Gretchen Whitmer, look for the GM story on our website at NBC25news.com and on the NBC 25 News app. Tonight, the Saginaw City Council appointed Floyd Clark as its new mayor. This comes after the previous mayor, Dennis Browning, retired. Clark served as mayor pro tem under Browning. Brenda Moore was appointed to be the new mayor pro tem.
Three Clare County Sheriff deputies are now on paid administrative leave following a shooting that left one man dead. The suspect was 42-year-old Robert Reed of Harrison. He died after being shot Wednesday evening when deputies were called out to a home in Lincoln Township. Now, the deputies, they showed up because of a report of a felonious assault. Now, police are not saying yet what led up to that shooting or if Reed had any weapons on him. Detectives say it may take a month to wrap up their investigation.
Former Michigan State University President Luana Simon was in court today in Eaton County, arraigned on 2 felony counts. Court documents show Simon allegedly lied to police in 2016 about an investigation into former MSU sports doctor Larry Nassar. Simon sat between her 2 attorneys in the courtroom, hardly uttering a word. She's scheduled to be back in court December 18th for a probable cause hearing. Her attorneys are being paid for by MSU.
We now have an official date for when recreational marijuana will be legal in Michigan. It's December 6th. Today, almost 3 weeks after the midterm election, the results were finalized in Lansing, meaning 10 days from now, it's official. But this doesn't mean you'll be able to go out and buy weed next week. The Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs still needs to create the rules for dispensaries. That's not likely to happen until next year.
The opioid crisis is devastating families across the country, leaving many people wondering what can be done to curb the epidemic. Well, we invite you to join us Wednesday for a special national town hall on the topic. First Lady Melania Trump joins host Eric Bolling, who lost his son to an opioid overdose last year. Your voice, your future, opioids, a national crisis, this Wednesday night at 7 on NBC25news.com. Chaos at the U.S.-Mexico border this weekend.
This highlights a broken system looking for answers on both sides. We'll tell you what the next step is for immigration reform.
And we're going to be dealing with some stronger winds and some cool